You don't struggle because you're lazy. You struggle because your nervous system is still loyal to the old identity. And until you realize this, every attempt to change is going to feel like self-sabotage. But today I'm going to show you exactly how the old identity dies and the new one can stabilize without force. Let's go. Your identity isn't your goals. It isn't your thoughts. It isn't what you say you want. Your identity is what your nervous system feels safe being. Now that's why when you want to change, the body panics, not because it's wrong, but because it actually feels unsafe. So you're used to reacting a certain way and responding to certain things and feeling a certain way about things. This is the old identity. This is what has been imprinted on you for a long period of time, and it is hard to shift out of that. That's why we self-sabotage really, really easy, because the body doesn't want to feel that change or that friction. But it's important. You must be able to identify where you're at and kind of where you don't want to be, the reactions, the feelings, the actions, etc., and then where you want to go. Most people don't relapse because they're weak. They relapse because their nervous system is still calibrated to the past. And you can visualize all day, you can affirm all day, you can watch motivational clips all day. But if the body doesn't feel safe in the new version of you, you're always going to go back crawling to what is familiar. You're always going to crawl back to those habits. You're going to crawl back to those people because your nervous system is so used to being under the pump. And this is a crazy thing. Like, this is why we self-sabotage ourselves, because as we start moving forward and the nervous system starts seeing that there's a change, it starts to freak out because it wants to keep you safe. It wants to keep stabilization. It wants to keep even. But you've got to start moving forward, unless you're going to just live the same cycle over and over and over that you've been fed. A new identity isn't created through thought, through thinking. The old identity is created through repetition and emotional safety. Okay? Your nervous system doesn't respond to your goals or what you want. It responds to your experiences, because your nervous system or your mind only knows you and what you've been through. Most people try to destroy the old self and try to fight it. But the more you fight it, the bigger it gets and the harder it comes. Because you resist it, it persists even more. So your old identity doesn't need to be killed or fought or slayed. It just needs to be gently outgrown. So every day you must do something tiny that only the new self will do. Doesn't have to be dramatic. Doesn't have to be extreme. It just has to be consistent. Just pick one thing that the new version that you're working towards being would do day in and day out. Just pick one. You don't become a new person when you feel ready. You become a new person when your body finally feels safe to let go and be. If you've been working on yourself and something starts to feel quiet right now, and if you don't feel driven, or you don't feel broken, or you don't feel super desperate for change, it's not weakness, it's integration. So well done. Your nervous system is learning a new baseline for the version of you that doesn't just survive, but lives. So this identity chapter is finished, but when you're ready, the next step will be awareness. So stay here. Don't rush forward. Let this be your new home. I'll see you on the next one.